Today's an exciting day as Haute Time is with HYT's global CEO and founder, Vincent. Last year we met you, Vincent, when you first launched the HYT watch, and now you have an evolution of the watch where you have new models of the first version, but you also have the evolution of the watch to the H2 brand. Or is it called the H2? What's the, so it's the
H2.
Exactly, so it's the H2. So I'm very excited to see where the brand is going. And I'd love for you to kind of explain some of the new models on the H1 line and also show us how the H2 is going to work. So thank you for meeting with us today.
Hi, Ted. So the first evolution of the H1 is called the H1 titanium bronze. So you can see on the side the finishing of the bronze. Very cool color, especially when you see the back of the watch with the movements and the quality and the contrast between the bronze color and the metal of the movements. The watch is still in titanium. It's a chemical treatment that we do on the watch case. And we also have made some changes on the dial version here. It's much more toned down, much more elegant, and it's a limited series of 50 units, which already have pre-ordered worldwide. It's a very cool product that we are very happy to launch. And that's going to be released for October 2013, so in about 6 months from now.
So it's a titanium but has a copper finish on it, is that
Correct.
What you're saying?
That is correct, yes. It's still the same way to read time. You read time by looking at the hours with the liquid system and the minutes with the center hand. You've got the seconds here, and you have the indication of the power reserve on the right. And those two tanks are in fact having the two liquids. One is water and the other one is an oil, and they never mix. They never, they're always like separating themselves, and they give the access on the possibility to indicate the time. We are introducing a red color with a white dial that gives another way of having strong contrast, strong way of looking at the time. The red color here, and the dial, same system. It's a titanium case. You see the titanium case here with the pink gold, and the strap is now gray to really go with the case and the color of the case of titanium.
And how's the response been from Basel with the new color? I love the red liquid.
Everything was great because we still have a very high demand on the product, and we still have some challenges to produce enough products. So everything we do so far is really hard.
Yeah.
And especially in Basel, we meet all the retailers, so the response was very, very positive, of course.
Is there any other colors you plan outside of the red?
We want to play with blue soon, but just to develop the color, the liquid takes around 12 months of development. So
oh wow, it's not that easy. And then what's this in the back? I got to play around with it, and you were telling me it's a new type of finish. Then
it's a new material that we are introducing, which is it's called polyepoxide. It's a resin which is 7 times lighter than steel and 3 times harder than titanium. So it's very light but very, very strong as well. The finishing is very interesting because it's half transparent. It's a very, very cool material, light and strong, very technical. And I think that's, we are producing this watch 25 times only, and it's already pre-ordered by the retailers so far. And we do the same thing here.
This to me is one of my favorites.
It's a very cool piece. Again, 25 units limited. It's a really cool watch. Very, very eye-catchy. We are using our color, which is this green-yellow thing. Very, very visible.
And the liquid color is going to be green also on this piece?
Yeah, it's gonna be green. Yes.
And what's going to be the price point of this watch?
That watch will be will retail at 60,000 Swiss francs, and that one will retail at 57,000 Swiss francs.
Now, the star of the show, I was able to see the prototype of pictures, is the new evolution of the HYT brand. It's the H2 line. But before we get into it, tell us a little about the collaboration and the partnership of how the watch was built.
It's a little dream story because we, I used to be working at Audemars Piguet for a long time, and at that time I knew all the best watchmakers, and one of them, his name is Giulio Papi. He's the head of Audemars Piguet Renault Papi, which is a kind of a spin-off of AP. And they develop all the crazy concept watches, or they're also working for different very high-end brands such as Richard Mille, for instance. Giulio is really one of the top 3 watchmakers right now. So by working together, we wanted to really raise the bar to just a new level. So here you see the watch and the movement is totally deconstructed. We are working with the pistons now. They are not like straight like you have in the H1. They are in the V-shaped position, which enable us to have more space for the movements. We have a centered hand in the middle, which indicates the minutes, but the liquid still indicates the hours.
Wow.
We have a crown position system, which is called the H and R. H for hours, N for neutral, and R for rewinds. So when you pull the crown, it will indicate you know, in what position your crown is. It's like if you drive your car and you have your gear 1, gear 2, gear 3. It's really where the position is with the little crown here. We have the balance wheel, which is the heartbeat of the watch. You can see it. So it's really one of the first things you see when you see the watch. And finally, on the left side here, we do have a little thermometer which indicates you what is the best or the optimal temperature for the watch.
So you have blue, white, and red?
When it's blue, yes, that's sorry. When it's blue, it's too cold. When it's red, it's too hot. When it's white, you are in the comfort zone where the watch is perfectly okay because of the liquid. The great thing with the watch also is that there is a 8 days power reserve, which you see here on the back. The two barrels are, you know, very strong and enabling the watch to have 8 days of autonomy. The crystal glass that you see here, sapphire crystal glass, also is a cool thing because it's a very wide opening with the screws, and you really have something which gives you an access to the watch, to the back of the watch with a lot of light, and you see the base of the pistons here. So when I pull the crown, look, the indication is changing, and if I move my hand, my minute hand, I will show you what happens when I reach 30 minutes because it's a jumping minutes. I just reached now the point where I see the liquid going back.
Yes.
Okay, and I will show you now if I move while the liquid is moving. If I move my hands to 30, it will jump to the other parts. Look at that.
Wow.
It's moved. You see, it's jumping. So we've got a retrograde hour and we've got a jumping minutes.
Excellent. Well, Vincent, congratulations. We met you a year ago when you launched the H1, and to see now the brand evolving into a new line plus new liquids is really exciting to see the growth, and we look forward to seeing you next year and see what you have in store for the watch world.
We are starting to work on the H3 right now, just next week, so yes, new surprise for the next year, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, Vincent.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.